Does your dog hold the key to your life's happiness? Our next guest sure thinks so. Cheryl Mathis, also known as the Dog Expert, is the founder of Leashes and Lovers, an online social community for dog lovers. She's also a certified dog trainer and the author of the new book, Leashes and Lovers, What Your Dog Can Teach You About Love, Life, and Happiness. Welcome to the show.
Well, hi, welcome. I love being in New Jersey.
Great to have you. You're a Jersey girl.
Yes, I lived
originally?
in Weehawken and Hoboken, and I have a funny story in the book too, all about when I'd go home to my relatives for the holidays. They'd always say, "Can your dogs stay with your New Jersey friends?" So my dogs usually got to come here on their little retreats.
Well, tell us a little about these two. They're adorable.
Yes, they are, and I talk a lot about dogs obviously in the book and what they can teach you about your love life, but all the stages of your life. So whether you're also looking for friendships, new friendships, extended family, the issues that may come up and having them, it kind of walks you through the stages of life of what your dog can teach you.
Great. I love the fact that you adopted this beautiful greyhound 10 years ago.
Yeah, she was 2.5 when she came off the Connecticut racetrack, came from a greyhound rescue group, and they make wonderful pets. Let me tell you, if you're thinking of a dog but you're not sure about, all the responsibilities with a dog, greyhounds are so easy. And this is Gracie. She's a little toy poodle.
She's adorable. Yeah. So tell us, dogs are a great icebreaker. Someone came up to me and said, Dr. Voynick, we should probably have a puppy rental agency. You rent a puppy for an hour, you go in the park and,
Oh, completely.
They are magnetic.
Yeah, they're the perfect icebreaker too. They help make all those introductions for you.
Yeah.
And you get to know so many people that otherwise you never would get to meet.
That's true. Well, you've got a lot to discuss here. We're not going to read the whole book today, but you can get it in any Barnes & Nobles or Amazon.com, I'm sure. But we'll start off with how your dog can save your love life, and you have a dogometer.
I do, and what I talk about there are a few things with the dogometer, and the first one is dog talk. Your dog helps send out messages, nonverbal messages about how you walk in. I'm going to put down Gracie for a second. It helps with those messages in terms of what your dog is saying about you.
Okay.
So how you treat your dog and how you talk to your dog sends out how you may treat humans in your life as well. Then I also say time is money, but money isn't time. And money doesn't build relationships, time does. So in terms of, we buy a lot of things for our pets, but it's really what you do with the time with your dog. It's amazing how then it can open up a lot of relationships in terms of what you may do with the humans in your life too, and starting a relationship. Keep it real. Now, in that I mean, your dog does provide a lot of access for you. It opens a lot of doors, but let's be aware of how we may treat our human relationships in that way too. So in other words, not using people or the access that they may provide for us, but getting to know the real person.
Good.
And the mini-me syndrome is basically, our dogs are reflections of ourselves, but also in human relationships, it's in learning those differences about the other person that also can really open up a new relationship.
A lot of times they even look similar. It's really pretty
They
funny.
do. Yeah. A lot of people really look like their dogs. On the website where people can come and make a profile on Leashes and Lovers, as well as even the events that I've had, it's incredible how in the pictures you'll see people do look like their pets.
So can you make some prejudicial decisions or opinions about someone who comes along with a Labrador Retriever versus a Great Dane versus a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel and so on?
I think in some aspects we can, and not to stereotype too much, but certain things may say something about you, because again, they're extensions of ourselves. So I'm actually a type A personality, but I also enjoy someone around me who may help calm me down, and so that's why I'm especially fond of a greyhound. But someone with a lab, for instance, we can assume, but also it tends to be true, that they're more outdoorsy, maybe a low maintenance person.
Yeah.
So,
well, those that aren't familiar with the greyhound, I guess, from what you just said, realize that they're the fastest couch potato on earth.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Well, we got relationship issues too, ways to start off on the right paw, so you could lead us on there.
Oh, sure. Well, be honest from the very start. For instance, don't disguise that you are a dog lover, and it doesn't mean on your first date that 90% of your conversation needs to be all about your dog, but that also, to go ahead and reveal who you are. And when you talk about your dog, it often does reveal the core of who you are. Good. To take it slow. Our dogs do, and also in merging dog houses, as I may call it, when you're a new couple coming together with your dog, that you don't set certain deadlines and say, we'll give it till Christmas, and if it doesn't work out by then, well, then we're going to turn the dog in or one of you has to go. So just kind of have patience in the whole matter and also respect and appreciate each other. Sometimes it's the little things we do that can really improve a relationship. And one aspect, for instance, too, is, people are always talking about when their dog greets them at the door and how meaningful that is. Well, just think of as humans, if as soon as that significant other always came in the door, that we were like, hi, how was your day? How did it go? What did you do? That we take some interest, and so often we forget about those little nuances.
That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? You have so much in this book. You also mentioned one of the negatives, that if they do split, how do you split up and how do you deal with that? And that's a pretty interesting part of the book as well. So we really appreciate you having on, and you have to come back and fill us in on the rest.
Oh, sure. And again, you can find it at theleashesandlovers.com/the book.
Great. And we'll connect that to news12.com.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Great book. Fun. All right, folks. Now it's time for our Pet of the Week. And this week's pictures come to us from Lindsay and Mike. This is their 1-year-old cat named Layla. She was adopted from the great folks at Mount Pleasant Animal Shelter there in East Hanover when she was only 8 weeks old. And she spends her day playing with her dog friend Lacey, and after their romp, she retires to their favorite living room chair for a nap. She even enjoys trips to the vet and warms right up to the doctor and his staff. Lindsay says Layla has brought so much joy and smiles to the family that she's just perfect. All right, folks, if you'd like your pet to be Pet of the Week, send us those pictures. Mail them to that address that you see right there on the screen, or email them to thepetstop@news12.com. You can even email us videos of your pet, but remember, be sure to tell us why your pet should be Pet of the Week. We'll be right back with this week's adoptees. Look at that.